So the Democratic establishment is promising to screw the left yet again. This is in the Intercept. They say the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee warned political strategists and vendors Thursday night that if they support candidates mounting primary challenges against incumbent House Democrats, the party will cut them off from business. The news was officially announced Friday morning, paired with a statement on the committee's commitment to diversity in consulting. That's pretty funny. Quote, which obviously is just to give themselves cover, a Democratic political consultant who learned of it Thursday told The Intercept. The consultant asked for anonymity given their relationship with the DCCC and the party organization's professed strategy of blacklisting firms that don't fall in line. To apply to become a preferred vendor in the 2020 cycle, firms must agree to a set of standards that includes agreeing not to work with anyone challenging an incumbent. Quote, I understand the above statement that the DCCC will not conduct business with nor recommend to any of its targeted campaigns any consultant that works with an opponent of a sitting member of the House Democratic Caucus, the form reads. Now, I told you from the beginning that nobody knows less about politics than Democratic strategists in Washington, D.C., and I stand by that. And really, this is just one giant grift. This is their job, and they want it to remain their job. They know they all suck at their job, so what they try to do is, they try to grandfather in their own job security by saying, oh yeah, no, you can't, if you're working with organizations that try to primary Democrats, we're just going to exclude you from the outset, even if they're better candidates. And then I love how they give themselves the cover of, they say, well, we're committed to diversity in consulting. Oh, really? What if the incumbent is a white candidate, a white male candidate, and the challenger is a brown woman of color? What about then? They will immediately flip on their idea of we care about diversity because it's self-serving. They use it as a shield. So in other words, if there's like a centrist black candidate, they'll scream about diversity if a more progressive white male candidate comes up. That's when they scream about diversity. They will not scream about diversity if it's the other way around. If it's, a white candidate who's more centrist and a black candidate who's more progressive who's running. So they use that as a cover, and you guys know this. This is the old, the old Hillary trick. I'm with her. I'm a woman. Therefore, you're going to vote for me, right? I'm not using this as a cynical trick to try to get elected by weaponizing identity politics for nefarious purposes. That's exactly what you're doing, and we all see through it. But listen, man, they're doing this at the same time. We just heard, there was a story from a few weeks ago. The Democratic establishment wants to primary Ilhan Omar. So look at this. The DCCC is now saying we can't work with anybody who's ever been in favor of primarying a Democrat. We got to only work for the Democratic establishment in every way, shape, and form. And oh yeah, by the way, we can't wait to primary Ilhan Omar. What? Again, it's all self-serving. The real breakdown in the party is the establishment, the elites, the centrists, the corporatists, versus the insurgent populist left. That's the real breakdown in the party. Everything else, how they try to divide it in other ways, and diversity, and this and that, all nonsense. It's all a mask. It's all a cover for the reality, which is the DCCC and the majority of the incumbents are terrible centrist corporatists, and they want job security, and they will do anything to make that the case, including trickery, deceit, flat out refusing to work with. And this is a direct shot, by the way, at Our Revolution, at Justice Democrats, at a variety of the new insurgent left-wing groups. PCCC, not DCCC, PCCC, which is actually progressive. So that's what this is, working families. So they're trying to undermine the left at every turn, and they'll be rank hypocrites in the process. We're against primaries. What's wrong with you? Anyway, can't wait to primary Ilhan, right? We're all down for primarying Ilhan. The thing that's so frustrating, guys, is they're disingenuous in their arguments. It's one thing if they just come as advertised. They're like, listen, we're centrists. We're centrists. We're corporatists. It is what it is. Okay, then we can have a real discussion on the merits. Let's do it. But no, they're disingenuous. They say, oh, no, yeah, no, see, us? Bro, listen, it's just, we're all about diversity. And we're all about protecting the incumbents because they're diverse, bro. That's what it's about, diversity, and because we have a principled stance against primaries. I know that primaries literally make the party stronger, but we're against primaries because primaries are bad, and also we can't wait to primary Ilhan Omar. You guys are hacks, and it's obvious.